Welcome back to Farm Simulator 25 with the Rude Man, and we got some farming to do. I figured out a couple of things and tested a couple things and found a couple things. And I actually found some mods that we're going to introduce today, so we'll get to that. But I got to check my crops because I can't remember. When I logged off yesterday, I jumped onto my other game save that I'm actually playing for fun, and I played the snot out of it. The problem with that is when I come back to this farm, I can't remember what I've done or what I need to do because I'll go running around and say, "Where's my tractor? Where's my tractor?" Oh, I haven't bought that tractor in this game, so it's confusing for an old man. So there you go. Anyway, so I'm gonna swap out some equipment. I've got some mods. I've got a planter mod. I've got several mods actually that we're gonna swap out. I got myself a new combine. Swapped the combine out already. Thank you, Scorp. Appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna talk some mods. I'm going to swap out that right there because I've got a mod to take its place. I'm going to swap out the cedar because I've got a mod to take its place. I've got a new silo that I put in that holds everything. So I've got that. Uh-oh. My controller just died. Hang on. All right, I think I got this one. I got a different one now. Where's my camera? I lost my camera. You used both of the silos I put down? Oh, well, there's no room on this farm for the big one. Well, and it isn't the big one. It's a medium-sized one. How come I don't have my camera back now? What happened? Lost my camera. What's it going on? Maybe you guys lost me. I'm gone now for good. There I am. Okay, yeah, I got a new controller. This is a Star Trek one. It's a Mandalorian. It's a special one. Cost me like $100 or something. I'm not really into Star Wars either. That's kind of weird. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I enjoyed the movies the first time I watched them, and I don't think I've ever rewatched them. But yeah, I've got a couple of new silos. This is a storage one that stores all my junk doodle doo, about everything you can think of. And then I got this one over here where I can actually buy some fertilizer and buy some things. I can buy pig food and stuff like that. So I got those two mods. I didn't show you, but Andy was telling me when he came in yesterday about this washer, and I was making fun of the wand, or no, they called it a lance. I was making fun of that. But if you go to your washer and hit the E key, and this is what Andy was telling me, is I can actually drive this thing. I have to start the engine, and so you start the engine, and then you can drive it. How do you start the engine? What's going on here? Start engine. Okay. It's not letting me. How come it won't let me? All right, so there's that. There we go. Okay, so yeah, he said he actually drove this thing all the way from the dealer to the farm. So the only reason I was asking about, how do you move it is because I wanted it to be moved around so that I could line it up like something like this. And then I can drive the equipment in front of it. So that's what we're doing. There you go. And I notice it's getting dark.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get me a truck and a trailer. I got to get maybe a new tractor. I'm keeping this, I guess, for now. Cheers, Scorp. Oh, I lost my chat. Where'd my chat go? Uh-oh. Where's my chat? There it is. Matt's in the house. Matthew. Bill's in the house. Andy's here. I missed a whole bunch of stuff, didn't I? Jeremy's in the house. All right. Well, there we go. So it's getting dark. I suppose I should take care of that real quick. And then I've got some purchasing to do. Let's see. Okay, I've got that. I've got the water tank. Hey, Gramps. What's up, bud? So we're gonna make it daylight again, because we can do that. Let's go back to 7. Get up a little bit earlier. I'm supposed to get this game today. I haven't actually got my game yet. So you may ask, well, then how are you playing it? Well, because I had to buy it twice. I didn't take the chance this time. The last time I bought the collector's edition, it came a week later after the game started. And I thought, well, if that's the kind of game they're going to play, I'm not going to fall for it this time. I actually bought the game twice. So I knew that the one that I just bought outright, the standard game, I'd be able to load anytime I wanted to. And I'd be ready for day one, which I was. You saw it. But, again, the collector's edition I haven't even received yet. It's supposed to be delivered today, which actually surprised me. Because I didn't think I'd get it for a week, just like the last one. So I'm a little surprised. Now, what was I doing here? I need to get a tractor. Let's get this one. Oh, I've got canola to take out of. If you remember, I stored canola in the other storage system. So when I replaced it, I didn't want to lose my canola. So I put it in this trailer. So we're going to run to... Usually the best price for canola is making oil. Now, you can check that very easily if we just go to the money part here. Is it the money part? Money part, money, prices. We can go to the prices, and we can look for canola or canola, and it tells us the best price. So the best price in this case is not the oil mill. Interesting. Although the oil mill's coming up in price, it's not the best price. Okay, so we can sell it to the train terminal, the barge terminal, or the farmer's market, or the Grain River silo. Grain River silo is probably the best price right now. So let me tag that, because I don't know where that's at. And we'll find out. Let's go sell some canola. All right, I'm going to pull my map up so I can see where it's at. Where are we at? Oh, my. Oh, my. I can't tell where it's at. I don't know what the hell I'm looking for. Okay, it's that way. Doesn't it mark it on your map? Yeah, I know. I need to get some modding done, but my problem is I don't have Giant Editor yet. And I'm going to need when you start a new game, you need Giant Editor because you need to be able to rip the stuff out of the game. So, for example, let's say I've got a grain storage silo, and I want to mod it to do more than it does. I have to rip the original silo out of the game using Game Editor, remod it, and then put it back in the game as a mod. And I don't have Giant Editor, so I don't know. I'm going to do that. Where in the hell? I don't know where this silo's supposed to be. Oh, there it is. It's blinking. Okay. It's over by field 27. So let's go this way. I see it blinking on the map now. I didn't see that before. Tim's here. Hey, Tim. Bill, what's new? You doing okay? Hope you're doing okay today, Bill. Tractor. I thought this tractor was like a beefcake tractor, but it's really not. But we're going to fix that when I get to the shop. We can see a little bit more of the map here. There's more village and stuff to the map than you think. Man, this thing's struggling with that little bit. It's not even a full trailer. All right, we got some downhill now. Is that the fire department? Fire department. That must be the silo over there. Oh, is Chewy here? Did I miss Chewy coming in? There he is. Hey, Chewy. How you doing? Our little dog Chewy's coughing up blood. We're getting a little worried. We checked on it. He's got a heart murmur, and they think that the heart murmur is causing him to cough, and he coughs hard enough that it, does damage, and he's kind of on his last leg. But he's had a good life. Doing good, Chewy. That's good to hear. What are we going to get for this? Let's see. $12,000 for a partial little trailer. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. All right, we're going to head back home. Although I'm not going home. Where am I going? Here, let's see. Okay, how do I get across that river? I'd have to take a ferry. Wow, it's kind of out of my way. Yeah, it's just right there across the river. But the ferry's clear over there. I wonder if I can go through a field to get to the ferry. I'm turned around. I got to get back to a road because I can't get out. There's got a fence all the way around this place. Can I break the fence down? Nah, I probably don't want to do that. See if I can get out this way. There's a road. Where there's a road, there's a way. I can't see. Too many trees. Damn it. All right, we'll take our first ferry ride, maybe. Yeah, well, Chewy's had a good life. I mean, he's about 17 years old, and when I checked on he's a crossbreed between a Shih Tzu and a Poodle, and both of those are supposed to live 15 years, and he's already got 17 in, so he's had a good life. Wow, this is a windy road down to the river. The Peel Ferry. What's that mean? Okay, how's this work? Drive slow onto ferry, it says. Okay. Why would they want me to drive slow? Do they think I'm a speed demon or something? All right, so now what do you do? Man, that's a dirty tractor. Attention, life preserver, child and adult. Okay, how's this work? Do I have to pay in advance? What's going on here? Do I have to drive it myself? Whoa! No! Wow, that was that was tough. And they block you off right away. What the hell? Oh! It's a very long ferry ride. I could have swam this far. Put the tractor on my back. Are we here yet? I guess we're here. Well, that was fun, I guess. Another windy road out, off the river. I noticed that, if you notice, look at the speedometer on this tractor, and it's in desperate need of repairs. Well, not desperate, but it's in need of repairs. And I just got it. Who's been driving this thing? I'm looking, where am I? Okay, I think I know where I'm at. I think. Okay, there's the repair shop. All right, we got this. We got this, I think. Let's see. Is that the, no. Here's the repair shop right here. All right, so I'm not only going to repair it. This thing's in desperate need of a new engine. It's so weak. So I'm going to jump out of here. We're going to fix it up. Okay. So let's repair it first. $1,400 to repair it. And then $9,000 to repaint it. Oh my God. And then I want to customize it. Let's put a bigger engine in it. We're going to boost it to 225 horse from 160 horses. So, yeah, okay. So 225 is better than it was. Standard, additional weights. Do I need additional weights? I don't need additional weights. All right, let's customize it. And $24,000 for a new engine. Holy smokers, man. And it didn't even wash it. They put a new paint job on and didn't wash it. What? What? Something wrong with that picture. Chris Taylor, hello. Can you harvest some corn, please? I'm afraid I found a bug when I harvest corn. Well,
Oh,
we'll see.
yeah.
It takes a season for stuff to grow, so. And I've got stuff growing right now. All right, I was going to buy some things. Let's see, I do have a trailer already. I was going to buy, let's see, let's buy a truck. I'm looking at this one because it's got a bigger engine in it. It's 780 horsepower. And I don't like those weak little engines. And I don't want a great big cab because it's a very small map. Your turns are very tight. I don't want a cab that's 100 feet long. So I'm looking at this one here. So Globetrotter XL, I don't care whether it's an XL or not. That's more costly, isn't it? Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. It's just a work thing. A sleeper? I don't need a sleeper either. That's the only choice, though. Engine setup. 780. Wheel setup, don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Front mounting, don't care. Color doesn't matter. License plate, none. So there you go. All right. Let's trot onto that one. Okay, and I want a decent sized grain trailer, so let's look at trailers. Let's look at some trailers here. Changing system, semi-trailers, there we go. I'm looking at this one right here. The trailers, if you look at them, I'm looking for what it will hold, and it looks like it holds most everything. So that's what I want. If I'm looking at that, that's just a grain trailer. All it's going to haul is grain. This one is an all-purpose. This one, again, is another grain trailer. That one is a grain trailer. And then we got a flatbed and then some junk-a-doodle-doo down here, which I don't care about. So this is the one I want. And it holds 59 meters, or 59 whatever the rate is, 59 liters, whatever it is, but times 3. So this is going to be about 150, 160 that it'll hold. So if I, roughly. So let's go ahead and get that. There's no customization really, so I'm just going to buy it. Okay. Tim wanted me to get the TransStar truck, but I got the one I wanted. Is that a different, is that one of those things that is like a multi-purpose truck? That does this kind of thing? Is that what you're talking about? Because that doesn't fit my needs. The truck I bought, or the truck and trailer I bought, is what exactly fits what I want. So I saw one, but I wasn't interested in a truck right now, so I didn't get it. I'll show you what I got. I didn't get a lot of mods. Uh, I get tired of going through the mods because it takes forever, and then even when you pick one, you think you don't know until you get it whether it's really what you want. And I didn't have time for that. I just want to play the game. So I only went out and got mods that I knew I wanted for now, and then I'll keep looking. So, but I'll show you what I got. Hang on. Let's see. Let's do save game. And then there might be an easier way to do this, but I'm just going to pop out into the main menu. Okay, these are the mods that I got. I got Amazon because it's small. You can run it with a small tractor, and it's got like a 40-meter or 42-meter spread, and it does fertilizer and lime both. The in-game one only does fertilizer or only does lime. I can't remember, but it only does one thing. Then I got this one here, which is the one I used in 22. It isn't the same mod, but it's the same combine, and it pretty much does what I want. And what I wanted was one that does fertilizer and seeding, and does all the fruits, and that's what this one does. Then I've got new silos that holds everything. I've got one that I can buy products from, like pig food and lime and all that kind of junk-a-doodle-doo, fertilizer. And then I'm not quite sure what that one is. This is production. I haven't looked at this one yet, but I put it in. So I'm not even thinking about production right now. And then I got this one that is farm supplies. Let's see. This one I think is a storage. This one's a storage. This one's a farm supply, and then this is the poop machine, or the poop storage. And that's what I got. So not a lot. I don't have a lot of mods. Need to pick up a mod to pick up that has a high hitch on it. I want to use it to pull the header. Uh-oh, I didn't see Chewy. I didn't see it. Chewy said he was joking with me, but I didn't see it. Sorry. I get into watching the game and forget about the chat too much. Where's Gramps? Oh, there he is. Wow, Gramps is magic. He just magically appeared like that little leprechaun in the cereal. All right, I want to swap out some equipment. So first of all, I need to empty this. So we're going to empty this. And we're going to swap this piece of equipment out. So let's see. We got to go to this, I think, and that's not it. Okay, here, finance vehicles. There we go. All right, that's the bread all. I'm gonna sell that, and then we're gonna purchase that spreader that I was telling you about. So let's see if we can find it. It's not a seed tank. It's actually a spreader. And it's this one right here. So if you look at the original one in the game, it only does fertilizer. It doesn't do anything else. This one does fertilizer and lime. So that's the one I want. And there are no options for it. So we'll just buy it. Okay. And then What else did I have? I had. I want to sell that planter, that cedar over there. I want to sell the cedar and get a planter, so I can actually buy that. It's $5,000 cheaper. I didn't even notice that. Money's no object. People laugh when I say that. When I bought my new phone, the guy was trying to talk me into a cheaper phone, and I said, "Listen, I know what I want, and I don't care what it costs. Money's no object. Just I've kind of always been like that. I never worry about money. When people ask me about jobs and things like that, and as long as I had enough money to buy something I wanted, I didn't care what my wages were. I always figured that I did a good enough job, they were going to pay me what I was worth, and they always did. All right, I'm lost. Where's the planters? Planters. Looking for planters peanuts here. Cultivators, discs and harrows, spreaders, mulchers, seeders, planters. There we go. And it's this one here. Say the in-game one, it does the main crops. This one, and this one is multi-fruit. Look at all the crops it does. So we're gonna do that one. License plate capacity. Okay, so we're gonna beef that up. 50,000. Yeah, that's what I want. All right. No license plate. I'm not gonna drive it on the road. Oh, I guess I am though, aren't I? Okay. Now, that one's probably got seeds and fertilizer in it, or at least seeds. So we want to empty that. Now, somebody wanted me to plant corn. I didn't realize that I have a field that has been planted yet. And that's what I meant earlier when I said I'm playing a different game privately just for fun. And I can't remember what I've done in each game. In my other game, I don't have anything I can plant. So, but this one I do. I could plant corn. All right, so we're going to do... Oh, first I have to empty it. Oh, it didn't have anything in it. And then we're going to sell it. So, Amazon. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have bought that other one. Which one? 0 months. I think that's the one I just bought. Oh, it is. Down here I can tell. Okay. So let's find the other one. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the cedar. I'm confused completely. Is that it? That's it. Okay, we'll sell that. Okay, now I got to go pick this stuff up. So, what did I... Okay, there's something else I need. Lori's here. Hey, Lori. And Dennis is here. I miss Dennis. I'm missing everything. Hang on. I hate when I do that. Hi, Dennis. What did I miss? First of all, I missed Chewy's joke. It's as reliable as a 6 Power Stroke. What did I do? I didn't do anything. My granddad's a good farmer. What do you think? My own granddad's going to give me a farm that's broke? I don't think so. My granddad loves me. He worked his tail off and filled the bank, before he sold me the farm. Or, gave me the farm. I must have a better grandfather than you guys do. That's all I can say. Thank you, Dennis. All right, I didn't miss too much. If I did, I'm so sorry. All right, so we're looking for consumables. I'm looking for not that. Okay, so consumables, not that. Consumables, not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Oh, come on. Food. That's more like it. But that's not it either. There, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, let me get some square hay. So let's grab that, and I'm going to get 8 of those, and we'll buy that. Okay. All right, let's get... boy, I'm going to have trouble here. Okay, we'll take this tractor. And I'm going to haul that trailer with me. And then we'll go back and get it. All right, hitting the road. Lori, what's new and what's cooking? I skipped Taco Bell today, and there's a local pizza house. It's a sports club, or what do they call that when they have a place that's for all sports? You go and watch. They got big screen TVs with sports playing. It's a sports bar. Anyway, there's a local owned sports bar that's got a pizza chain as well. So it's local in 3 or 4 towns around here. They've got pizza parlors in each of the towns. But in our town, they've got the sports bar and the pizza place right together, so you can walk from one to the other. And they have a lot bigger menu, so I got a bunch of chicken strips and a salad. That's what I had for lunch instead of Taco Bell. All right, this is going to take a minute. All right, now I don't think that I put on super strength, so it'd be player super strength toggle and enabled super strength. Okay, so that worked. So let's go and grab these. Unfortunately, I think I have to grab them. Oh shit, what did I just do? It took it from the bottom. All right, unfortunately, I think I had to do it one at a time, so it's gonna take me a minute here. My steak last night was awesome. Made in steak au poivre. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't speak French. Or Portugal or whatever the hell that is. To me, a steak is just a steak. It's a steak. And that didn't really impress me. What would have impressed me is if you told me you had steak and eggs for breakfast. That would impress me. I'd say, Scorpion's the man. Steak and eggs for breakfast. Pepper. Still faster than if you tried to use a forklift. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Scorpion's seen me drive a forklift before. Now, in real life, I was pretty good on a forklift, but in the game, it's a pain. I feel like Dr. Smith in Lost in Space. Oh, the pain, the pain. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh shit! Pardon my French. It fell off. It fell off the end. I have super strength. I didn't say I had super precision. All right, so I think I can take this seeder, or this spreader here. I think I can take this and put it on the back of the truck. So that'll save me a trip with the tractor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that saves me a tractor trip. So, let's put the straps on. Okay. I'll just do this, I guess. What's going on with everybody? What's Lori putting pepper on? I missed something. I miss a lot. Anthony, hello, how are you? Yeah, we do. Say, hey, I got to take my first ferry ride. That was cool. And I'm curious about the train system, if it really works. I don't think it works as good as you'd want it to. I've often thought I was pretty disappointed in the train system. They made such a big deal about it when they got it, but it's almost that close to being worthless. For one thing, they had this train stations in places that they didn't need to be, and the train went to places that you didn't need to go. So it was just stupid. The whole thing was stupid, in my opinion. All right, you might wonder why I have the hay, and I'll show you in a minute. Let me take the straps off here. Let's grab my equipment off the back first. And then, oh look, it's ready to be filled up. All right. So here's what we got. I've got animals, right? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to buy more Angus. I'm going to do all Angus, but I'm not going to buy full-grown ones. These are 18 months ones. And the ones I already have, which would be in this category right here, I've got 3 of these, and they're 52 months. I'm thinking they're well beyond being sold. So I think I'm going to sell those. And I'm going to buy some more Angus at all the babies. I'm going to buy all the babies up. 25 of those. We'll buy them. But they need something to eat, right? They need something to eat. And I don't have any TMR. So what I'm going to do... Now, I mentioned yesterday that if they've got a pasture... They are able to eat the grass in the pasture, so they're not going to die if you don't give them any food. But that they only get a percentage of what they need to survive from that pasture, and it's literally almost nothing. So, and the pasture has to regrow every night at midnight. So since I've got so many cattle on there, it's not going to take long. So I'm going to drop this hay in here. Now you'll notice that the hay's stuck in there. But what you don't see is if you look at the thing on the side down at the bottom, see that the meter's going like crazy? It's loading that hay into that that container. So you can see it on the right that it's changing. So as soon as it's done loading that one, I can add another one until it's full. So you just throw the hay in there, and I don't have any. Is there water? Oh yeah, they got water. Okay, so they got water, but they didn't have any food. Look at those little boogers. They can barely stand up. Oh, come on, you panty wastes. Okay, there, look. Now, I don't know how full it is. I don't think it's clear full, so let's grab another one. Hey, John's here. So we'll drop another one in there. I think it's only going to take 2. Because I don't think it holds that much. But we'll let that go. Let's get the rest of these down off the truck. So I'm just going to stack them here. I didn't quite get that one straight. All right, there we go. So that trailer's clear. We can go back. I got another trailer already there, another truck. Let's forget this little trailer. We'll just grab our cedar. I can come back and get the trailer. I think I need to buy some more lumber for that shed that's being built. So I'll come back with the flatbed, and I think I can put that little trailer on the back of that flatbed and get it home. I'm going to try that anyway. Steak. Robert Larson, hello, new to the channel, enjoying the content. Gotta ask though, for my understanding, playthrough rough, what is the point of the cows in that pasture as you cannot get milk from them? You sell them for their beef. Those are slaughter cows. So you buy babies, you grow them up. I mean, you saw when I bought them, you saw I only paid like $500 for them. You can sell them for a couple thousand once they grow up, and you sell them for food. So those are beef cattle. Oh, and welcome to the channel. Hey, there's a mailman. I got a package coming. I'm supposed to get this game today. Does anybody know? Scorpion, do you know what I was supposed to get with the collector's edition? I know I'm supposed to get the key to start the engines, an actual thing to set on my desk, kind of like the beacon that I had. But I don't know if I got any special equipment or not. Gaming with John, did you see my comment about Twitch title? I don't have my second computer running, and I don't live stream on Twitch. So let me see. I'd have to. I didn't see it. We fixed the Twitch stream. Okay. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to get out of the game to do that because my second computer's still in the shop. A key change and the maps. That's all. I didn't get no special equipment or anything like that. I didn't get that. What's that? What's that thing they're advertising that I bought with the last game? That had it had the cutter and the thresher, and I can't think of the name of it. Oh, you know what? I can find it. It's in the buy thing. If I wanted to buy something, I just can't remember what it's called. I didn't know whether it came with it or not, so I didn't buy it. Otherwise, I'll buy it because I bought it for $22. I can't remember what the set's called. Oh, MacDon, that's it, I think. MacDon and Gold 2 equipment. Okay, so I was going to buy it, but I guess I don't have to because I'm supposed to get it today because it didn't come with this game. This is just a standard game that I'm playing here. But I knew that the collector's edition was going to be a week late. I'm surprised it's not quite a week late. It's only a few days late. But generally, you get it about a week after the game starts, which is kind of a crummy thing, but that's just how it works. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how profitable it is, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's a time issue. So you have to wait for them to grow, and you know. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's my fault, John. Because what I do is, I've got over 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's what I play. I live stream on YouTube. I only have a couple hundred followers on Twitch, so I've never actually live streamed directly on Twitch. But I have a software program that allows me to broadcast on both platforms at the same time. So I'm actually live streaming on a third-party program that then shoots it out to YouTube and Twitch. And so sometimes I forget to go fix Twitch because Twitch kind of goes by the last thing I did, and if the last thing I did was Fallout 4, then it kind of keeps that. I'm gonna have to fix it. Thanks for letting me know, though. It's just one of those things I forget about. Okay, so I need liquid fertilizer and seeds, and that's why I put the mod in. So now I can just drive over to the mod over here, and I can pick me up some fertilizer. A little farther. There we go. Okay, so let's do the liquid fertilizer first. That doesn't look like liquid fertilizer, though, does it? That looks like solid to me. Oh well. All right, now we can put the seeds in. Then we'll be off, and somebody wanted me to do corn, so. Swather. Chewy said swather. That's the word I was looking for when I was talking about that MacDon stuff. Yeah, I know over the years, a lot of people told me that I should be streaming on Twitch, and I agree that Twitch is better to stream on if you're strictly a streamer, but I've never been, I mean, for years, I never streamed at all. I like making videos, and I didn't like streaming. I don't like to be live. Sometimes I say things I shouldn't say, but yeah, it's just me being honest. I didn't really care much for streaming. And I like making videos because I can make them in 4K and high quality sound, and I can edit them to have what I want in them, and that's what I enjoy doing. So streaming is just a side thing. And for the longest time, I didn't have the camera. As a matter of fact, if you go back and watch a lot of my stuff, you'll see me saying adamantly that you would never see me on a camera. And I changed my mind a year ago when I turned 70, and I got to thinking, I've got these 4,000 videos up. That doesn't include the streaming videos that I've collected. That's just the videos I've made. I've got over 3,000, close to 4,000, if I remember right. And I'm not going to be around forever. And I thought, well, it might be kind of nice if I was on camera for my grandkids to get on and say, look, that's what my grandpa used to do. And that changed my mind on the camera. One of the reasons why I never put a camera up is because everybody that came in said, how old are you? And I said, I don't know. How old do you think I am? And they'd say about 30, 35. And I'd say, yeah, that's about right. At the time, I was over 60. So I didn't ever want to use a camera. And people said, well, you lied to us. I said, not really, because if you look at the channel, at the icon, my avatar for the channel is a picture of me in a top hat that was taken when I was in my 30s. And so in my mind, when somebody said, how old are you? They're looking at my picture, I'm thinking. And at that time I was 30. And when I ask them, how old do you think I am? And they say 30 something, I think, yeah, that's about right. That's about when that picture was taken. Now, you're going to think that that's just silly and dishonest. And it is. But listen, if you were 71 years old like I am, and without seeing me, you think I sound like I'm in my 30s, wouldn't that make you feel good? So I didn't want to lose that. The thing of it is, I never made it a big secret. My name is Rudeman53. If you do a little bit of, 53, is that the year you were born? And a lot of my people that have been with me forever, they all know that. That was my birth date, was 1953. And so it wouldn't be too hard to figure out how old I was, really. But it's just that I didn't sound like I was that old. I'm starting to now. I notice in the last few years, I'm getting that old man, warbly voice. I didn't used to have that. You go back a year or two ago, and you'll not hear that. That's recent. So it's getting harder. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's getting harder to hide the fact I'm 71 years old. My John Deere tractor. Oh God. Yeah, no kidding. Is the other one running too? They use a lot of fuel. Well, now I got to start it up again because I want to hook it up to that thing. Anyway, long story short, there you go. That's why I don't do Twitch, is because I'm not really a streamer. I don't consider myself one anyway. I'm at the wrong end, aren't I? Oh, I am? Dang it, you're right. You're right. I might have to do this manually. Thanks for reminding me. This is a... Oh, why did I do that? Yeah. It's called me Methuselah. But seriously, though, I don't look 71 either. I've never looked my age. Even to this day, when people see the camera, they think I'm in my 50s or 60s. Actually, I've never had anybody say I was in my 60s. They always say, oh, you look about 50-something. And nah, I may look that old, but that's not... Must have been seeds that come out of this thing, right? Just a pain in the butt. Nothing runs like a deer. Yeah, they run away. Is it 2 o'clock yet? Nobody told me it was 2 o'clock. It's soup du jour time. All right. So I think I've got a Baja Blast here. No, that's not a Baja Blast. I want a Baja Blast. Wait a minute. Let me check my blood sugar first. I may not need a Baja Blast. I just ate dinner. Lori said absolutely true, but everything I say is true, so I'm not quite sure what she's talking about. Okay, my blood sugars are okay. I can have a Baja Blast. Let me reach down, way down, in the Wayback Machine. I feel like Mr. Peabody in the Wayback Machine. I'd have a Dr. Diet Pepper. You would? Do you have one? So we're going to do a Baja Blast. I could actually do a Dr. Pepper, but then the problem is I have to call Tokyo and I have to get a hold of Godzilla, and he doesn't always answer his phone, and he's going to have to bring the Dr. Pepper to me all the way from Hong Kong. He destroys stuff. And, oh yeah, that I look younger. Yeah, I always have. That's why I initially grew the beard. So, yeah, I think I'll stick with the Dr. Pepper today. Because we're going to be doing Kathmandu. Not a fan of the zero sodas. What's the difference, Scorp? Because the only reason Carol bought me the zero stuff was because it was on sale. Safeway had all the zero stuff, like you buy 2 of those cases and you get 3 more for the same price. That was a hell of a buy. So that's why she bought the zero stuff. Yeah, I got that, Chewy. I only buy soda about, on a... We have a Safeway chain store, grocery store, and they always have a good sale on every holiday. And almost every month of the year has a holiday in it. And they usually have, sometimes it's buy 3 cases and get 2 for free. And sometimes it's like that last one I just talked about, where you buy 2 cases and get 3 for free. That doesn't happen that often, but they always have a sale like that on the holidays. So when they do, I go in and I buy 10 cases of soda. That'll get me through the month until the next holiday. All right, I'm gonna do this manually since I'm gonna change to corn and override that wheat. So let's spread our wings here. The sweetener is different than the diet versions. Is that right? Is it a different type? Because I don't notice a difference in how they taste. Really? Well, I don't drink Coke, so I wouldn't know. But the last time, the thing I drink the absolute most is 7 Up. And that last batch of soda that Carol got me was all zero. I couldn't tell the difference. All right, let's see. I need to change this to corn. I can't remember who it was. Was it Larson that was asking me to do corn? I hope he's still here, because I'm doing this for him. Oh, it can't be done in October. Ah, shoot. Okay. I forgot about this season stuff. Ah, poopla. Let me see. What can be done? Active worker crop types. There's the calendar. What were we in? October? Yeah, I can't do anything except for wheat and barley. But we're not far off from March. I tell you what I could do. I could leave this fallow, because this isn't going to be, even if I see, oh shoot. Let me get rid of the cat. Sorry. I can't see that on my screen. So I always forget to turn it off. Anyway, if I seed that now, I'm not going to be able to harvest it until summertime. So what I could do is I can still do corn, and I could just leave this field fallow and plant corn in spring. I'll do that. My grandpa left me a ton of money. I don't need money, so. Scorpion don't like my cat. Caught on the fence. All right. What's running? This guy's still running? Dang it. How long has he been sitting here? I know. As long as I've been talking. All right, I'll fill this up with lime, I guess. Okay, so I need to get my plow, because I'm going to have to plow that weed up. Let's get this guy. Okay. How do I rotate lower plow? Rotate plow, lower plow, toggle map view. How come it won't let me? I don't want to do that. I just want to, well. I wanted it to go straight. How do you do? Oh, I missed a spot. Did you get your cheats turned on, Scorp? I just left everything like the game wanted for the first run through. So But you guys have watched me for ages. You know I turn all that stuff off. I don't like seasons. I never have seasons. As a matter of fact, when I played in FS22, I made it so that every season was June. It was always June in my game. I've got a text file that has them all listed. There's a million of them. Did you grab that? Seasons in the sun. I don't remember the words to that song. There was something, there was seasons in the sun. Blah, 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 blah. I can't carry a tune. Always July in yours? It was either June or July. I could be mistaken about June. I only selected June because that's my birthday. My birthday's in June. You didn't grab the text file? Okay. Well, I can get it to you if you want. Okay, so, wow, I got a lot of lime. I thought I fixed that. Uh-oh. I thought I made this thing hold more of the lime than 4,000. Waiting. Let's see. Well, let him just do his job. Let's see. I need to get some lumber because the shed stopped building. So, and I got to pick up that other trailer. So let's go get some lumber. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. Yeah, that's right. That's where it goes. Must have been the 60s. The joy in drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Although it was never like that for me in the 60s. I grew up in the 50s and 60s. Not much of the 50s. I was 50. Well, a little bit. 53. I was 53. So I lived 7 years in the 50s. All right, I can't remember what stage I was in, so I'm going to just buy a bunch of stuff here. We're going to get planks. I don't think I need planks. Let's see. Let's do long planks. Let's get 4 of those. And then I think I need some wood beams, but I don't need that many. Let's just buy a couple of those. Okay. I can't remember what stage I was at with those, so we'll just play it by ear. Let's see. Let's put them in sideways like this. That, because I don't know if I've got room for that trailer. How's that fitting? Okay, I can go a little bit more. That's hanging off the edge. Whoa. Yeah, it's a lot easier than a forklift. Did I hang out with Janice? No, I still have my hearing. That woman could scream, I'm telling you. Whoa! I was a fuddy-duddy, but way back then, I was more Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra type. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it. I'm trying to make room for that trailer, which I don't know I can do. All right, let's see what that looks like. Is that going to be feasible? That doesn't look too bad. I think that'll work. Put straps on. And you had an uncle that hang out with her? She was a little bit wild for me. All those drugs and stuff. Yeah, she was... she could belt out a song, I can tell you that. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. It might work if the trailer was empty, but I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe if I put it on with the tongue hanging out in the back. Let's try it. You know, what the heck? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh, I got room. Okay. There's room. Let's run her back a little bit. Oh my God. Oh, that was close. I couldn't have got any closer. All right, let's see if this can work. We gotta reset the straps. Is that gonna hold? Maybe. All right. Bob's your uncle. Karen's your aunt. Unless you're in Australia, then it's Sheila. Uh-oh, I just cut somebody off. Hey, there's a sign down. Did I do that? Probably. Hey, looks like it's going into autumn. What is it? October. All right, let's take the wood off here. Oh, got to take straps down. We got to go strapless. That doesn't mean anything to men, but women will know. All right. Okay, so right now, do we need wood beams too? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can keep putting these in. I don't know. I didn't do that. In my other playthrough, I didn't. I just waited till it told me what to get. And so that meant that I took about 20 trips to the store.
Oh, yeah.
Damn bushes in the woad. In the woad. The bush is in the woad. Alright, let's see. Alright. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Let's get this guy down. Okay. Turn the engine off. Let's go check on the plow guy. So he's plowing over the wheat, which is okay. All right, just let him go. He knows what he's doing. I'll clean it up later. Hey, it's Jay. Hi, Jay. Long time no hear. How you been? Hope things are going well for you. You can tell it's a new game. I'm getting more views than I usually get. Everybody wants to see a new game. And I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people that didn't know whether Farm Sim 25 was going to be worth the money. And so there's a lot of people that didn't get it, and a lot of people that are having trouble playing it. Steve the farmer says he can't play it on his rig. So he's looking at maybe on the PS5. But I was surprised at how big the download was. A damn download. It took forever. I made the mistake of not downloading it months ago. When I bought the game, I could have downloaded it. I couldn't activate it, but I could have downloaded it. And to be able to download it, you did need the key. They gave me the key right away, but the key is worthless until the game comes out. Because even though I went to Giant's webpage and, well, it wasn't on their webpage. They have a special download page. I went to it and I put my key in. If you don't have a key, you can't do anything. So I put my key in, and then it lets you download it. Once you download it, then you have to run the program to have it put on your computer. You couldn't do that until Tuesday, and it needed your key again. So even though it would let you download the game, you still couldn't set it up. And so I waited till the last minute. I did it the day before the game was supposed to come out. And mainly because it never, and once I bought the game, it never entered my mind. It's just that somebody told me, oh, don't forget Farm Sim's coming out on Tuesday. And oh, I haven't downloaded it yet. So I searched through my emails. I had to go up several months. I mean, months and months ago. I had to go all the way back to June, I think it was. And I found the email that they sent me with my key in it. I was starting to sweat it. And I found that. And I started to download. And it was downloading. I started to download at like 6:30 in the morning. It was about 9 or 10 o'clock that night before it was completely downloaded. It was so slow, unbelievably slow. And I've got very good internet and a very powerful machine. It still took that long to download. I was surprised how big it was. It was something like 12 or I can't remember exactly, but I know at one point it was over 10 gigabytes. And then it had a long ways to go. I don't know what's going on with this guy. To me, it looks like the only thing he's plowing is what was seeded, which is fine. That's fine, because that's all I wanted to plow. I probably could have done it manually a lot quicker. But let's go on, moving on. I put tags in, not very good ones, evidently. Oh, really? Robert, are you kidding me? Because I've been shadow banned for years. Interesting. That's very interesting. At one point, I was way up on top because I had so many videos. When I started doing this YouTube thing, it was on Farm Sim 13. That's when I started. And I was putting out 2 or 3 videos a day, 7 days a week for a year and a half. I had so many videos up. And it was kind of nice because I was pretty high up in Farm Sim. And then, stuff happens. But there came a point where YouTube decided they weren't gonna promote my channel anymore. That was a couple years ago. That surprises me. Showcased me, huh? Unbelievable. True, Scorp. I'm on a medic truck today, so unless it's really bad, I won't worry about it today. So you do medical stuff too, Jay? I did that, if you remember. I was on an ambulance. As a matter of fact, Carol found one of the newspaper articles about me in the ambulance. Because at one point I managed the whole county service. And which before, don't get too excited. It's not that big a deal. The county I lived in only had one city, and it had 900 people in it. So, well, a little over 900. It was between 900 and 1,000 people. It was the county seat. It was Douglas County in Washington State. It was all wheat country. And this little bitty town had 3 like combine dealers, farm dealers. I think they had Case, they had John Deere, and what's the other one? Al something. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, this little bitty town of 900 and some people, it had a hospital, it had a bowling alley, a golf course, it had, like I said, those 3 dealers, it had 2 pharmacies. This little bitty town had everything you could ask for, except for a ton of people, and it was great. It was a very nice place to live. There were 2 banks in town, and I was the commercial loan officer in one of them. That's what took me there. So they also had a volunteer ambulance service that I was a part of, and Carol found one of the newspaper articles that had me in it for that. And then when we moved to Waterville, Washington, which is about over by Wenatchee, that's when I became manager of the area, and it was the same situation, just a small place. I was a busy guy. I look back now, and I tell the people that are too lazy to go get just a regular job. Back in my day, when I was in my 30s, I worked at the bank about 50 hours a week because I was assistant manager. I commercial loan officer. I ran the teller side. I did everything, and you don't put 40 hours in. I put 50, 60 hours in. At the same time, I was a senior EMT. I was actually had the credentials of just shy of being a paramedic, but you have to keep those certificates. You do that by doing a lot of things like IV tech and stuff like that to remain certified. So to keep your certifications up, you have to have so many what they call sticks, where you have to put a needle in somebody's vein. That's why they call it a stick. To keep your certification, you have to do that so many times in a period of time to keep your certification. And also, you have to keep going to training. There was training. It was always to stay certified. You had to keep doing training. And it was such a small place, I had a hard time getting those sticks in. At some point, we had a choice because there weren't enough to do, because if you go to the hospitals and the clinics, the nurses have to do the same thing. So do the doctors. So to keep my certifications, I couldn't get enough. So how would I get enough if there wasn't enough people to do it on? I had to go to the morgue, do it on cadavers. The other choice was to stick each other. So we would sit in the back of the ambulance and practice sticking ourselves for doing IVs and stuff to keep our certificates up. It was a joy. So I worked 50 hours at the bank. I was on call with the ambulance 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And at the time, I had 2 little children, a third one on the way. And we were living in a 1-bedroom house that I bought that I was fixing a full basement in. So I had 3 bedrooms I was working on downstairs, a living, an entertainment area, and a little sewing room for Carol, all downstairs. But nothing was there. When I bought the house, it was a full open basement. So I had to put in the walls, the electricity, the plumbing, all of that I had to do. And I was doing that after I got home from work and every weekend. So yeah, I was holding down 3 jobs for years. It was pretty tough. But that's what you used to do in the old days. Now you can't get people to take a regular job. And then they want to get paid $1 million a month. All right, I'm messing around with my other thing. What am I doing here? I got off on a tangent. Sorry. Let's go check on the plow guy. Is he done? I think so. All he really had to do was the part that was seeded. I think he missed a spot, though. I'll find out if wheat starts growing. Okay, so I'm going to keep this fallow until spring, and then we'll do some corn. So let's get this off the field. All right, and now let's see. I think I seeded these plants before I had the seeder that did fertilizer. So yes, we have absolutely no fertilizer. I need to fertilize this field. So let's go take the lime out of the coconut and put some fertilizer in. Uh-oh, I lost my chat again. That happens sometimes. There we go. Okay. Yeah, people coming, the higher ups are saying we might be going to 48, 97, 96 rotation. How do you feel about that? Oh, they got store deliveries? All right. I love it. God, I can't believe what we did before that. All right, so let's see. I just put this stuff in there. Now I got to dump it again. All right, so I put the fertilizer in the seeder. So let me grab some fertilizer here. Solid fertilizer. Works for me. Yeah. I understand that old pay grade business.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to hire a worker to do this because I'm lazy. See what I mean about this spreader? Look at the spread on that monster. And look how small of a piece of equipment it is. That's what I like about it. The piece of equipment's actually pretty small. It's compact, but look at the spread. Look at that. Good Lord. Can almost do that whole field in like one trip. It's going to take two, but you could almost do it in one. Almost. Let's see. I think I need to do this one too, though. So I'm going to have to do this twice to get 100%. This one doesn't have lime on it. I wonder if it's too late for the lime. We'll have to check. It needs pluing, it says. Uh-oh. I didn't do this field either. I wonder if I should do wheat or barley. Wanted to do spinach, but I don't know what season that is. Let's check. We'll chuck. Alrighty. Spinach is in the spring. So I could let that one go fallow as well. If I do, then look at all the crops I can do in the spring. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll just leave that one the way it is, and then we'll do some spinach and maybe some green beans or something, or sunflowers, corn. We're definitely going to do some corn. But we can do no sugar beets, no grapes, no olives. We can do peas or spinach. Maybe we'll do both. Who knows? Wow, that was quick. Tina's in the house. Xmasia, what's your thoughts on FS25? Well, if you like Farm Sim, if you like any of them, 13, 15, 17, 19, 22, 25, if you like any of them and you're not completely burned out on them, then you'll enjoy the game. The question for some people is it worth it? Well, again, if you enjoy the game enough to play it for 50 hours, 25 hours, you get your money back in entertainment value. I know a lot of people that will play a game and get 100 hours in it and then do a review and say it's not worth the money. Are you kidding me? You put 100 hours on that game and it wasn't worth that? It wasn't worth the $50 you paid? That doesn't make any sense. So if somebody got the game and they played it for, say, 5 hours and they say, yeah, I don't think it's worth the money, that's one thing. So there are some changes in the game. Not much outside of the graphics and okay, you've got raindrops on your equipment now. You've got fog in the game. You've got new animals. So if you look at it in that respect, it's different than 22. It's still fun to play. I quit playing this game over 2 years ago. And people say, but we watch you stream it every week. Well, that's true. I'm streaming it for my people. The subscribers that have been with me for all these years started with me on Farm Sim. They still watch the Farm Sim streams. I'm streaming for them. That's why I do Tuesday and Thursday on Farm Sim. When the stream starts, I start the game. When the stream's over, I shut the game off and I don't look at it again until the next stream. I don't play this game for fun anymore, except for this week. Because it's a new version of the game, I've been playing it every day. Because I still enjoy playing it. I know that's a long-winded answer, but yeah, it's still fun to play. If you enjoyed it at all, then it's still fun to play. There's enough new stuff in it to make it worth the $50 or whatever it is. I don't even know how much it cost. I bought the collector's edition for 80 something, and then I bought the regular one for whatever it's selling for. I don't remember. Yeah, Tina says it's repetitive, but then that's part of the joy of it. It depends on how you play it. I'll tell you, when I play Farm Sim when I want to watch a Netflix movie or watch a YouTuber or a stream that I want to watch of somebody that I like to watch. Unless the movie that I want to watch is something I really want to watch. And there's very few movies that I really, really cannot do anything while I'm watching it. The Superman movies were that way. For me, I want to watch every frame of the movie. Most movies I could care less. As a matter of fact, most movies I watch in like double speed just to get through them. So this is a perfect game for that. The repetitive thing doesn't matter because you're sitting there watching your YouTube thing on another monitor and you only look up to see what your tractor's doing, like I just did. Now I get my tractor and I go to the next field. This is a perfect game for just relaxing. I'd get home from work and I'd start my farm up and I would just sit and relax while I was watching whatever I was watching. I didn't have to worry about somebody jumping out from under that tractor and shooting me in a shoot 'em up game. I didn't have to worry about concentrating on a racing game or a fighting game and not even look away for a second or I'm going to die. You can just sit here and relax, watch the video, and if you want to, you could just hire a farm worker to do the work for you, and then you just switch tractors when you're done. It's a perfect game for that. All right, I was going to see if I could lime that. I'm going to have to drop a bunch of poop on the ground now, aren't I? Let's see. Or should I do that? I can do it on the side of the road here. All right, let's go grab some lime and see if I can still do. If it's not too late in the growth stage, I can still do lime, I think. It might be too late. But all that means is I won't get as big a yield as I would if I had the time to lime it. New enough stuff? I think so. I mean, but I'm probably if you're looking at it from a financial point of view, I'm the wrong person to talk to because I don't care what anything costs. If I want it, I buy it. I mean, the example is I can't tell you how much this game cost me because I don't care. I wanted the game, I just buy it. And somebody said, "What'd you pay for that?" I don't know. I'm the same way in real life. I go to the gas station to get gas, and they ask me if I want a receipt. I said, "Hell no. I don't want to know what I just paid for that. I have to have the gas because I can't drive from point A to point B without it. But I don't need to know how much it cost me. All it's going to do is upset me at the price of gas." If I go to a restaurant, my wife is different. She'll look at the prices of things and try to decide what she's going to eat. And I keep telling her, I said, "Why do you do that? Don't you know what you want?" "Oh yeah, I know what I want." "Then just buy it. Just order it." "Well, what if I can't eat it all?" "Well, then you take it home and maybe snack on it later, or you don't take it home. You get your enjoyment out of it, and and don't worry about it. When I worry about money is when I don't have any. So I never worried about money as long as I could reach in my pocket. If I wanted to buy a Coca-Cola, if I could reach in my pocket and pull out enough money for a Coca-Cola, I'm a happy camper. If I want to buy something and I don't have the money to buy it, the first thing I think of is, did I want that just because I wanted it, or do I need it? If I think about whether I needed it, well, I didn't need it, so I'm not out anything. I just look at money differently than most people do. I used to have people tell me, "Want to buy a raffle ticket to win $20,000? No, thank you." "Well, don't you want $20,000? If I won $20,000 in my tax bracket, the government would get almost all of it, and then, I'd have the problem of what I was going to spend it on. I'd have all my neighbors come and say, 'Oh, you just won $20,000. Can I have some? Can I have some?' And then you find out you have relatives you never knew you had. Winning $20,000 would be a pain in the ass. Now, if it was 20 million, okay, that might be worth a little suffering. I'll tell you the first thing I'd do, I'd unhook any phone I had. I would move and change addresses. I'd get me a post office box someplace. I would go to a lawyer, get a new passport and driver's license with a different name on it. And I would move it to a different state where nobody knew me. Oh, and I'd hire the best financial guy I could hire to invest money. Well, again, Zamir, how do you pronounce your name? Mazia? Again, that's why I started the thing out by saying if you liked any of the previous ones, you'll still like this one. There are changes in it. You've got new crops, you got new animals. The procedures for doing rice, with rice is one of the new crops. The procedures are different depending on whether you're going to do long rice or short rice. And it's quite the process. It's kind of like the olives and the other that changed the way you had to do farming, like grapes and stuff. The rice is kind of like that. Not for the long rice. The long rice you plant just like any other crop, and you harvest it like any other crop. The short rice is different. You have to grow the rice in like an incubator type situation, then you have to have a special piece of equipment that actually drops it into the water and plants it. As it's, you have to grow the rice a little bit in like a greenhouse. And then, I haven't done it yet, so I don't know exactly what the process is, and then it has to be planted in the water, and then it has to be harvested with a special piece of equipment too. What did I just do? Did that really, I need to check to see if that actually worked. Yeah, see that didn't lime it. It's too far in the growth stage. So yeah, that's not gonna do me any good. Well, being a millionaire isn't what it used to be. Almost anybody can be a millionaire now. Because when you talk to these people that are millionaires, and then you say, okay, I want you to come up with $5 million in cash. They most of the time they can't do it because most of their money's tied up in assets of some kind. Right now, I'm just a work-a-day guy. I lived from paycheck to paycheck like everybody else did, but I'm living in a house that's over $600,000, which isn't a big deal where I live. My neighbor's house just sold for almost $400,000, and I wouldn't park my car in it. Yet, we've got a pretty nice house. You add up all the cars and all the retirement money that I've got, the money that I've invested over the years, and I'm well over $1 million in assets. But yet I'm living on a fixed income. I've got Social Security coming in. Now, the only difference in me and most other people is I was smart enough in my 20s to start putting my own money away. By the time I retired at 60, I was putting over 35 to 40% of my income away in investments every month. And I'd been doing that for 40, 50 years. So when I retired on my own money. The Social Security and the retirement I got from my job are just gravy. So I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Stock market's been killing me. I lost about 25,000 just in the last year or two on my investments because of the inflation and stuff. It'll come back, hopefully. All right, what was I doing? You know what? I think I'm going to go into another month. Let's do that because I got stuff growing. Let's go see what Grandpa's doing. Hey, Gramps. Oh, what you got hanging on the... What kind of... Why would you wash your hat and his long johns and his sheets and whatever that is, a blanket and a T-shirt and pants? I think they're dry, Gramps. Unless it's going to rain again. Here we go. Jay's got to go. See you, Jay. Take care, buddy. Good to hear from you again. A car collector? What's that? A car collector. What do you mean? What's a car collector? Not me. Oh, I've got straw. I found the. Remember when I told you I think the straw probably sells where the animals are sold, the animal dealer? I was right. It does. So I'm gonna go sell that straw. Man, this thing's dirty. This is a new paint job too. What? They must have just painted right over the dirt. They had to have. All right, so here's one of the changes for anybody that's interested. I showed it to you in the last live stream. Notice my tractor's getting wet because I'm washing it. It stays wet for a period of time and the water beads up on it. So if we look at it, you can see the water. See the water beaded up on the fender and the water that's beaded up? That's new. All that texture is new. And the tires will stay wet for a while. There's different cameras now. Cameras on the inside. If you're inside, I've got it set to on. If you're somebody that gets sick from motion and stuff, then turn it off. I don't, so I leave it on. But let's go grab that trailer. I'm stuck in the washer. Get me out. Okay. So yeah, it stays wet for a while. Now this, I'll show you what this camera does. The cab camera, it moves with the seat. So when you're on a terrain like this, your camera's shaky. Okay, so if you get motion sickness, you might want to turn that off. But that's something new. That obviously the terrain in the ground is new. When it rains, water collects in the ground and creates mud. The mud sticks to your tires, and you might get stuck in the mud if you're trying to plow or do something in the rain. Your tractor's going to bog down. It's not going to move as fast. That's all new. God, there's a ton of other stuff. Let's see. Let me go sell that straw. Oh, no, I just meant that everything is an asset. Your automobiles, if you have boats, if you have drones, anything you own really, those are all assets. They all have value. For example, let's say you didn't have any cars. Well, how are you going to get to work? How are you going to get to the grocery store? So you have to have a car. Well, how do you get a car? You buy one. What's it cost? $20,000, $30,000 for a decent car. So those are all assets that you have. If you have wedding rings and all stuff that's got some value to it are assets. When people say that they're worth $10 million, the majority of that is going to be in assets or that would need to be sold or liquidated, and probably not dollar for dollar, or they're in investments like stocks, bonds, exchanges, things like that, which again are not readily liquidated. So when you could be a millionaire and still have trouble coming up with cash money. That's what I was trying to say. So some of these TV shows where somebody's being ransomed and they got to come up with $5 million, and they go to the bank and pull it out. That's not realistic. And people seem to think that people that are really rich are going home like Scrooge McDuck and opening up a vault and diving into a bunch of money and throwing it in the air and stuff. That's not realistic either. When I was a commercial loan officer, I can tell you I had to foreclose on people on their homes and repossess items and things like that through the bank. And I foreclosed mortgages on just as many doctors and lawyers and rich people as I did regular people, just normal workaday people. Most of those doctors and lawyers, they make a good wage, but they live paycheck to paycheck just like the rest of us. It's just that their paychecks are a little bit bigger. Their homes are a little bit, more expensive. Their lifestyle's a little higher class maybe than the guy that digs ditches down the street. But for all intents and purposes, they still live paycheck to paycheck like the rest of us. I'm by no means wealthy. Like I said, I count on my Social Security like everybody else. Technically, if you look at wages and like they'll say, it's different in every area. I mean, it doesn't cost me as much to live where I live as it would if I lived in L.A. But then where I live is on the coast. It's a resort town, and things are probably valued a little bit higher than if you were in a farming community. So it's all relative, in the cost of living. But if you take a look at a state, and they'll talk about what they call the mean wages. Mean wages is just what's the average wage. So average, and they have low income, middle class, and the elites, the higher income people. I would fall into middle class, maybe in the middle, someplace of middle class. You'd have middle class, and like this, I'd be about in the middle of middle class. But it took me, I'm 71 years old. It took me 60 years of work to get there. But anyway, time to go. Matt says I have to go. So yeah, I wasn't really talking about being wealthy. I was just talking about assets, everything I got tied up in my house. It's kind of interesting. People have this question about the difference between owning a home and renting. What's the value in owning a home? Okay, so there's no value in owning a home until you sell it. Let's say you live in a house that's $500,000. Okay, what does that mean? If I wanted to buy something for $500,000, could I do it? No, because it's in my house. I would have to sell my house to buy something for $500,000. So the value in the house is not in the owning of it, it's in the selling of it, or the dying. If I die, my kids will get my wealth, my house, because that's where my wealth is. And most people, most working people, their greatest value or greatest asset is the home that they live in. But that home has not got any value other than you have a place to live. So its value is in your lifestyle. The fact that you own the house and can live in it, that's the value of it. The true value of it in money doesn't come until you either sell it or die. And then if you die, it's going to go to somebody else. So you're not going to get it unless you sell it and then die. But so then the question comes up about the renting and the buying. Okay, my house paid for I still have to pay around $400 to $500 a month just in insurance and taxes on the home. That doesn't go away even after you pay the house off. So you're already talking about half a month's rent for some people, just owning the house. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Everybody wants to own their house, and it's a good thing. I would suggest doing it. It's a good way to save your money because you're gaining equity when otherwise you might be just spending it and pissing it away. When you're renting a house, that's what you're doing. You're just paying for the ability to live in it. And for all intents and purposes, if you're buying a house, you're basically renting it until it's completely paid off, because you're still paying a monthly fee that you'd be doing if you were renting it. The only difference is you've got asset. You're going to have equity in it, when it's paid off. So yeah, owning a home is a good thing to do. But when you're talking about the value, again, the value's not there until you die or you sell it. All right, guys, Matt says I have to go. So I'm going to call it a day. Hope you had fun. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And hope to see you in the next one. I'm thinking if I'm able to, I'm going to go ahead and come back in tomorrow and finish the week off on Farm Sim 25. There's still a bunch of stuff I want to check out tonight, maybe on some things. I actually haven't had the time to go clear around the map and just check it out. I'd like to do that. So I might do that after I'm done here. But hope you had fun. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. And hopefully I'll see you next time I'm on. Be ready. I might come on tomorrow. Anyway, thanks, everybody. Catch you later.